Today, we're talking about all of the Ender cards from Archazia's Island Mall. Where we do that, we want to know what the cards do to be able to play the game better. Starting off with card number one, it's a dual ink card. And you might notice that all these cards, they're just kind of scattered about. Like, why isn't the Amber Steel card with the other Amber Steel card? Or why is the Amber Sapphire card not with the other Amber Sapphire cards? Everything's just kind of going crazy. So, start off with number one, the Wino motivational speaker. Got the 4/7 stat line, the best stat lines of all of Lorcana. I'll say it right now. Your other characters get +2 willpower, kind of like a Lance, but on a giant body. It's a 6 cost unequal, so you're not going to be putting this in your ink. You're going to be playing with this card. Is it worth it? Not really, but it's got some cool verb text that says, don't forget, you are awesome. You can handle anything. Channel your inner awesomeness and clear this trap. And he's probably talking to Bolt there. He can quest for 2, but he's kind of here to give your opponents, not your opponents, to give your other characters +2 willpower. That's a good deal for sure. But will he see any play? Probably not. The Perdita here's in the new puppy deck. The 4 cost 1/4, pretty good, pretty survivable. Quest for 2, pretty good, pretty survivable. Whenever this character quests, you pay 2 ink less for the next puppy character you play this turn. Now that's a smoking deal, because lots of puppies cost 2 ink. So if you quest this character, you probably play a puppy for free. And then it's got not ornate just one ability, it's got another ability that makes puppies even better. Your puppy characters gain ward, so they need to have the puppy keyword up here in this little like light colored bar. And Perdita got a promo version. Ooh, look at that cool little promo symbol with these 2 off-colored lord lips. Perdita is all right with me. On to the King Stefan. This is the one that beat a Candio revealed last, and then after that, he quit the game. King Stefan, 4/7 stat line, the best stat line in all of Lorcana. I'll say, would you rather pay 1 unequal bid to have an ability and get 1 more boar? Probably. King Stefan is definitely outclassed by the Rhino, but Rhino is locked to the dual color cards. King Stefan, pure vanilla, not a whole lot going for him. I reimagined this with AI with him holding a baby. Don't know why I did that, but that is queued to release on Instagram eventually. The Bolt card, this was like the mascot for Archazia Island for a long time. It's a super rare, so it better be super good 3/5 stat line. Or stat line in all of Lorcana. I'll stay right here. You shift it for 3. Not too bad. The shift 3s, that's always a good deal. I know it's got the Markiplier. Whenever you rotate this character, gain 1 more for each other undead character you have in play. So if you have a whole bunch of characters on board, then ready this one, get a whole bunch of lore. And you can't put this in any of those Ruby decks that have those Ruby actions that say ready characters. They can't quest for the rest of this turn. You can't do it with that because it's locked to Amber Steel. So what's the point? And it's got another ability that says exert banish chosen illusion character. Are there any illusions that you want to get rid of that bad that you're going to exert this and not gain 2 lore? Probably not, but that's just my opinion. Roger Radcliffe, this was revealed by our good buddy Dadcona. Dog lover, 1/2 stat line, put him down for 1, but then its ability is what makes Roger shine. Whenever this character quests, you will remove up to 1 damage from each of your puppy characters. So you kind of might want to put him down late game. You don't want to put him down turn 1. You might want to put him down later. So then your puppies could either attack into something, you could quest the Roger, and then you can remove some damage from your puppies. Keep him healthy, keep him safe. Kind of a rounded combo, a lot of setup to take off 1 damage. That it could be a whole lot of damage late in. Kinda worth it, kinda also not worth it. Trusty from Lady in the Trick of it all, this spaghetti going around right here. Lowell Bloodhound 2/2 stat line. I like the 2/2 stat line. It's got support, so it can give it strength to another chosen character. As my grandpappy old reliable used to say, save your energy. But when it matters, is this a hint that we're getting another crazy trusty card in a future set when he really needs his energy? I would sure hope so. Plague, natural performer, 2/4 stat line. It's alright. You exert if you have 3 or more other characters in play, draw a card. So this can get you 1 card if you set up a giant board. But the Amethyst Maleficent at cost 3 just gives you an on-play effect to draw a card. You don't have to have a board condition met. Like, this isn't the best thing that's going on. Captive Audience, not the best thing. She was born to be a star, no matter where she performed. I don't think that this makes sense even in Ember Emerald Ink Virus Panel. It does. Onward to the Susie card, the Master Seamstress. P4, we've seen the stat line on the chip from last set from Azurite Sea. This one is a 3/4. The chip has a caveat that it enters play Zuri unless you have a Dale in play. Maybe I'm thinking the wrong name. Maybe I'm thinking of Dale, and then they have to have a chip. So I think that's what it is. Or costs 3/4. I think the chip only costs 3, and I prefer that. It costs for 2. It doesn't same things as Dale is trying to do, but it does it worse. But this is kind of a monster in sealed format. You want stuff that has big bodies and can quest for a whole lot. So in sealed, this is definitely a good card. Remittance card, Sassy Street Cat. Definitely one of those things I said would be good in sealed and not so much otherwise. 4/5 stat line, absolutely huge, especially as a bodyguard. Like bodyguards with huge strength numbers are good news because if your opponent attacks into it, they're going to be punished for attacking any character. No, thanks necessary. Let's do your turn whenever this card. Whenever a card is put in your well, your other characters with bodyguard gain +1 more this turn. But sadly, it's not this card. Otherwise, that'd be kind of stibbity. If you ink a card, then this can quest for 3. That's a good deal. It has to be other bodyguards. So you have to have more bone state intact for this to be able to have its ability happen. And it's not once during your turn. So if you're playing this in blue and then you ink like 2 cards, it's not every time during turn. It's not whenever. It's only once turn. So you can really give your bodyguards +1 more at most. But if you have 2 of these, then you could do it twice. But that's not happening. You're going to have 2 unable 5-cost bodyguards in your hand ready to go. Good tramp. 7 cost. This one unlocks Cherubim's true potential. I believe it. 2/6 stat line. That's all right with me because you could play this as early as usually 4 because you have 3 characters in play, and then bing, you pay this for only 3 because you have like 4 characters in play. It reduces the cost. You pay 1 less ink to play this character for each character you have in play. That's a big deal for sure. House, when you play this character, you may draw a card for each other character you have in play, then choose and discard that many cards. If you have 4 characters in play, you can draw 4 cards and then discard 4 cards. And if you're playing an all-character deck, that can really synergize with the channel battle. I posted a video about that yesterday, and it worked out pretty well. I really like playing the script card with random box. I like it a lot. The Troubadour, people are calling this the Ninja Turtle right here, and it's got some sauce to it. It's got the Singer 4. Like, this is what Sebastian hoped to be in set 1, but never could all the way in set 7. Resist 1, Singer 4, pretty good. Singing 4 cost songs, that means they can sing all on Kim Zeus, means they can sing all those 3 cost songs. I know it's got resist, so this is basically a 1/4 body, which is absolutely huge. You know how valuable 1/4s are from cards like these that we like the Troubadour. Wendy Darling, flop 2 the Amber Ruby Ink 5/7 evasive. Pretty good stat ranking. Quest for 2 in their evasive means that's not going to be hit, but you can't like shift this on this thing. So how are you going to get all the way up to 7 ink, 1 ink at a time? That's how. Whenever one of your other characters is banished, remove all damage from chosen character. So you could heal some stuff, but like this setup to get to turn 7 of inking and then be able to get some benefit from the ability. Mirabelle Matador got that 1/3, got the evasive around 3 cost body, absolutely huge. And Rings got the Stinger 5, absolutely huge. I really like this card. I did this in Madrigal deck, and I really, really liked it. It pairs so well with the Isabella and the Peppa and stuff. It goes really well. This is a great addition to a Madrigal family deck for sure. Though Rhea is one of the legendaries that we got this character playing cost can count as cost 5 to sing songs. So you put it down for 3, and then it can sing 5. That's an all right deal. Whenever you remove 1 or more damage from the character, ready this character, she can cost 4 challenge for the rest of the turn, but she sure can sing. You imagine a world where you're questing for 2, and then you heal a damage with something like the Amber Chrome Foil. This thing is to ready again, and then you get to sing a 5-cost song. You can sing like Only Love. This isn't ink locked, so you can play this in any card combo. That's so good. And she's so good that she got an enchanted card in a pretty expensive enchanted card. This is one of the princesses that people would like to have in their collection. So if you get that enchanted, it's definitely a welcome addition to the deck. The right one, 2/4. I don't think I've seen this one yet. Bet that princess keyword. Does this one also have the heal princess keyword? It sure does. When you play this character, you may put an item named the Glass Slipper from your discard on the bottom of your deck to gain 3 lore. And on play gain 3 is absolutely crazy. I think that this is a super good card. Just playing this with the glass slippers, that's a whole wombo combo. But the only thing is that your glass slipper has to. I know you can put it on the bottom of your deck. 3 4. That is a super deal. And then Quest for 2 after like, wow, what an awesome card. That's why it's a rare. This is what a rare should be. But you see, I have the other slipper. That's straight from the lore, as you can tell from the little storybook right there. Mariano Guzman, the 3/4 stat line. That's all right with me. Whenever you have a character named Dolores Magical in play, this character gets +1 lore. Pretty wobble combo. It doesn't even have the magical keyword, so what's the point? Can provide dedicated racer teacher stat line when this character is banished and move up to 2 damage from chosen character. So like stuff that you get benefits from healing, like that, it could help. It could be a little bit saucy, but at what cost? You're really too quick to put this out to like do something in the future. This is a bolt that can be your shift target. It's got support and a tank quest for 2. Pretty all right bolt, if you ask me. And it looks like it's pulling Moses from the river. Pulls a cute level dog right there. Super dog versus super log. This is awesome. Remember that this is a log and not a woven basket with Moses, the king of Egypt, and more. Prince of Egypt? Pascal. This thing is a absolute monster in sealed. Cost 4, 3/3 Stalin, quest for 3. Absolutely huge. And then got evasive. And in sealed, if you pull this, definitely play it. Best him for 3 as early as turn 5. Absolutely huge. What a great Pascal and a welcome addition to the Agro lifestyle for sure. King Candy, Royal Racer, Idol, Ink Lock, 2/2. Whenever one of your other racer characters banish, each one chooses and banish one of their other characters. It's a super rare, so they think that this is gonna be super good. If you're building a racer deck, this is almost a must include. But the other King Candy is in blue. So what's the deal? Why did they separate the King Candy racer and not put it in Sapphire? In Quest for 2, that's alright. The 2/2, hate survive a lot of stuff, but Riddle will run into survive stuff. You're gonna want to have your other racers vanish, and then other opponent has to choose stuff. Prince Eric's on the same cost body for a little bit better of a thing if you're in the racers and if you ask me. Any Amber Steel 1/2. When you play this character and move up to 2 damage from chosen character, they gain resist +1 until the start of your turn. Actually super good. Actually super cracked. No mind if I do. What a lovely addition to the Steel Song area. Line 2 and Conquest for 2 as early as turn 2. Wow, wow, wow. Penny is goated for sure. Lift Fix It Felix, again, item lock, but this time Fix It Felix got that laser keyword 4/4. That's all right. You can even shift this into the other 5 cost Fix It Felix, and that'd be kind of gibbity. Let's get to work. Whenever you return a racer character from your discard to your hand, you know that each chosen racer character, the king plus for the rest of the turn, can't take quest. What are you going to do if they're not going to quest? You gotta let these racers quest. Thunderbolt has the puppy shift word. It says you pay 3 ink to play this on top of one of your puppy characters, so it has to have the puppy keyword. I then realized that he doesn't have the puppy keyword. What's going on with that? The Wonder Dog, 3/7 style. Absolutely huge. Can quest for 2, and it's got the bodyguard. Bodyguard is going to punish people if they want to attack and they're going to have to take 3 damage back. We kind of love the Thunderbolt, but it's pretty locked to be a puppy deck. Like, can't really play this in anything else. You want to get the value out of the puppy deck for sure to play this card. Feels Prince, I said, was the best addition to the Rockstar Stitch Blood deck because it can still trigger the Rockstar Stitch ability, and then it's got 5 willpower. I have that over the 3 willpower blue any, or would I? Honda, I like it a lot. Bodyguard means that they have to challenge this if they are able to. And I like the claim challenge. Onward to Isabella Madrigal, 3/3, and then getting quest for 4. The amount of cards that we have that can quest for 4 is teensy tiny. Name another card that can quest for 4. Mickey, Brave Little Bear. What are you talking about? Build one ally and got that Madrigal keyword. Whenever one of your characters sings a song, this character can't be challenged until the start of your next turn. Instead, they're going to have to do with it to be able to get rid of it. Like they're going to have to kill a dragon fire or use some other nefarious means to get out Isabella, but they can't challenge Isabella. We build this in the magical deck. We might try this out in a blue deck with the Alice that gives board. I think lots of good combo. I think Alice that gives road is a good combo for almost any deck. Isabella, super goated. This Calhoun is again Ink Lock of 5/5 stat line. Absolutely huge. Can you restrict it for 4 so you can pay 2 less? Don't mind if I do. Back to your start positions. Whenever this character challenges another character, you may return at least a character card from your discard to your hand, and then that would trigger a Fix-It Felix's ability. But this is a 5 cost, and this is a 6 cost. There's a whole lot of random combos that have to go off to be able to get the value out of this Floodborn card. But sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. I would love to see some good racer decks. Oh, look, that one's called Racing on a Budget by the Forbidden Mountain. I might check that out a little bit later. Wreck It Ralph. Hero's Duty 3/8. Absolutely huge. Outflank during your turn. Whenever one of your other characters is banished, this character gets +1 for this turn. So you could do a huge wombo combo to get Wreck It Ralph requests for an insane amount, but are you ever going to do it? Probably not. But he's got that hero keyword, which can synergize with a lot of things that are going around. We kind of like the Wreck It Ralph just for that hero keyword. If I'm being honest, the lady card, you can shift it for 3. I've done them before. 4/4 body, pretty good body. Something wonderful when you play this character. In your return, up to 2 character cards will cost 2 of those from your discard to your hand. So you can get back your pivot, you can get back your pitch, your Lebo, you can get whatever you want. You can come after that, you can do whatever you want. And then you can quest for 2 if you shift it on top of the other lady card that costs 2. 1? What costs 2? Congo, dear old dad, 5/5 stat line, found you, you little rascal. At the start of your turn, you're going to look at the card in your inkwell. You may play a puppy character from her for free. Really get her a puppy deck. Really not good in any other deck except for the puppy deck. Kind of love to see it. We love the puppies doing their things, but it doesn't have a puppy keyword. So Thunderbolt can't shift onto it. And if Thunderbolt can't shift onto it, then let's deny. I think I say that word wrong, but that's how I say it. Protected Brother, 2/4 star line, and he's holding a little bear. And what's this? A little Archazia, a little wooden statue back here? Like, this is Archazia. This is a big scary owl in a tree. He needs me at the end of return. If this character is Goody, you mean Goody, another chosen character of yours, and remove all damage from them. Shout out to Kanai for hitting your other exerted chosen characters. This Minnie Mouse is a legendary card. This is one of the first legendary Minnie Mouse's cards that we got. It's a 1/2 style line, so it's not surviving very often, but when it does, you can get the quest for a whole bunch of lore, especially if you play this in a Rockstar Stitch deck or another card that's going to flood the board with characters. Whenever you play a character, this character gets +1 lore this turn. So quest for nothing. But if you play a character, then it can quest for 1. Or if you play another character, it can quest for 2. Or if you play another character, this thing can quest for 3. Whenever this character quests, each opposing character loses strength equal to the character's lore until the start of your next turn. A whole lot of wombo combos to set up. And if this thing survives, which it has to, like Minnie Mouse has to survive to be able to get the value out of it, then you're going to have a good time. But if Minnie Mouse doesn't survive, you're going to have a bad time. I don't really know of a deck that this fits into too well. It's the night people are putting it into aggro decks because hopefully you're flooding the board. People are putting it into, oh, that's another aggro deck. I don't think it's got the smoke to do what you want it. The Prova, 3/2, nimble, seamstress, evasive, absolutely huge. If you pull this in your steel defense, definitely use it. Any card with evasive is all I would need, and it's got support. This is what support needs. Absolutely huge strength, being able to be transferred to other characters to be able to hit huge damage. We like this Perla. Is this card up here also Perla? This one is Susie. Snow White, underrated. I'll say it. 2/2 style line, can quest for 2, and then it says they're hidden away, everybody. This character can't be challenged. You want to challenge it? Too bad. It can't be challenged. We'd have to see the Snow White, especially in the events, and it's got the new challenge promo part. We have to see it. Kinda, my boy. 2/2 stat line, can quest for 3 and pull down on 3. Kind of a happy addition to the aggro. And then we were like, how'd you catch my fish, Quetta? And I said, you're very neat. I don't know how to catch fish. And Mirror said, wow, that is a crazy story. This Mirabelle got an enchanted card, and it's a Floodborn version. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You can shift on for it, and it'd be a good addition to shift onto this Mirabelle for sure. This one's got the whenever this character quests, you may return a song card with cost 3 or less from your discard to your hand. There's so many Rambo combos with this card. You'll see in next week's video where we talk about the new Amethyst card that does gain 1 lore and draw a card. It just pairs so well. You can play this with bosses on the roll. That one costs 3 as well. You can play this with friends on the other side. Get it back. So good. So many great Amber Amethyst cards to get back with Mirabelle Madrigal. Cavern, this can be your shift target, but it's gonna be tactical advantage when you play this character. You may choose and discard a card to give prison current -3 until the start of your next turn. Whenever you play this character, you choose and discard. So you have to get rid of cards. Do a little bit of the damage reduction. Is it worth it? Is your hand worth it? You tell me. Puppet Madrigal got that Madrigal keyword. Whenever one or more of your characters sing the song, gain 1 lore. So it's kind of like the Alan Dale, but you have to sing the song to be able to gain the lore. We love to see it with the Alan Dale edition. Or it works so good with the song synergies, like getting songs back with Mirabelle, and then again extra lore with Peppa on the board. This is one of our brand new songs cards that you can sing with Singer 2. Draw a card. Chosen character gets bodyguard until the start of your next turn. Pretty good. It replaces its stuff and it gives you bodyguard. Don't mind if I do. An action card restoring the heart or move up in 3 balloons from chosen character or location. Draw a card. Again, replacing its stuff and giving you a benefit. That's a pretty good card. Not bad if you're playing a location heavy deck. Like maybe you're playing this with like Bridelands and McDuck Manors and you're just, location maniac with like Wildcats Ranch and stuff. Like it could work. You could win a game with just yellow blue locations. That'd be kind of skibbity. The Magical Family or 5 cost card, so it doesn't pair well with the Mirabelle, but you can sure sing it with the Mirabelle. You can either sing it with this Mirabelle that has a Singer 5. We're Family, Madrigal, Action Song card. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Mirabelle up to 1 Madrigal character and up to 1 Song card and put it in your hand. Put the rest on the top of your deck and then over. So it can be a draw 2. Which Friends of Our Side is a 3 cost card. That is a guaranteed draw 2. This could be a draw 2 if you need a condition. So, do you want to do that? Or do you want to just play Friends on the other side? Probably just play Friends on the other side and a Coral. Remember this guy, Herbert Martin, he was just putting his hands up in some foliage. During your turn, whenever card is put in your ink, you move up to 2 damage from chosen character. I saw that this card, Bird, in sealed with the Bell, ended with Sapphire Coal. It just goes silly. Like, there's only combinations that you can play in sealed that makes sense in sealed, like, because you can't play 3 cards in the other time. But like Bell with Sapphire Quill, banishing an unconventional item, and then having this on board to remove damage from Bell when she challenges into stuff. Such a wombo combo. Let's see. The Amber Quill doing a little bit of work, but I don't think that you're going to see this played much. The Spaghetti Dinner was definitely my number 1 pick for a card to get an enchanted card, but it didn't. It kind of did in the Tramp side. Like, Tramp has no spaghetti in his path, and maybe it's connecting art. I don't know. I wouldn't write it out here. But this one, I love. I love this thing. I always thought of it as the best romantic thing. It eats spaghetti and then meat and then funny. Item card, you exert it, you pay an ink, and then if you have 2 more characters in play, gain 1 lore. This is pretty good in sealed because most of the time you're going to have 2 characters on board. But in real life, is it going to be worth it? No, not a chance. Much would rather play the Sleepy's Food. Canine Crunchies makes the Puppies deck like sort of viable. You can be a champion too. Your puppy characters gain +1 willpower. And if you have 4 of these on board, then those puppies are good. 4 willpower, that could be an absolutely huge puppy. That could be a 2/7 Dalmatian puppy tail lagger. If you ask me, Happy Dogs, arrows who eat nutritious crunchies. Amen to that. The Glass Slipper, we saw this one talked about in the Cinderella card, and now here is the item. You may only have 2 copies of the Glass Slipper in your deck. If you pull through these in a steel or a pack rush, you're going to have an illegal deck. You can't play 3 copies. You can only mark 2 copies of Glass Slipper in your deck. Here's this item. Exert one of your other prince character. Search your deck for a princess character and reveal it to the player. Put that card in your hand and shuffle your deck. That's a whole lot of words on a little tiny card. Do I know what it means? Probably not. And then we got 4 enchanted cards. The Aurora, the Mirabelle, the Bolt, and the Glass Slipper. The Aurora is definitely the one that you want. A legendary card. Princess that can sing 5 cost cards. If you get a Amber enchanted, this is the one that you want because it's big dollars. And it's pretty good to use. That's all the Amber cards. Next week, we will talk about all of the Amethyst cards. Ooh. Oh, that one's also Amethyst because it's a teal color card. That's what we got going on. Thank you so much for watching. Please smash the like button if you've made it this far.